of Vijay emerging outside of his car, waving to the media persons around, didn't utter a word, but clearly sent out a message that all is well. Is that really the case, Munish? Because we've been hearing a lot of versions claiming that he is now being treated as an accused in the case.
Well, Akshita, through the body language, it was very clear that actor turned politician Vijay was very relaxed. What we have been given to understand is that his questioning, as far as this case is concerned, is over for now. Only if needed, then only Vijay will be, called in for questioning as far as this case is concerned. Now, today was the second round of questioning. He was questioned for almost 6 hours by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the specific question was in regards to his arrival on that day, which was 7 hours late. He was also questioned that why didn't he act immediately when he saw the crowd fainting. But so far, according to sources, Vijay has alleged that it was the Tamil Nadu police's failure. It was not a failure from TVK or from himself. But, it was very clear, very evident that he was relaxed. When he came out of Central Bureau of Investigation office, he came out of the car, he waved to his supporters as well as the media. Yeah. Also, Akshita, there was a press briefing by TVK in which they said that his leader, which is, actor turned politician Vijay, he came to CBI to cooperate in the investigation, and TVK wants justice in the case. Also, they said that, Home Minister Amit Shah, when he visited Tamil Nadu, then there was a meeting, and
let's just play that out for our viewers as well. Munish, what Munish is referring to is a statement from CTR Nirmal Kumar of the TVQ, who accompanied Vijay into the CBI headquarters. Listen in to what CTR said.
Lot of rumors starting from morning. We are seeing that definitely nothing is true, and definitely our leader has come to cooperate the investigations here. We have done that, and we are ready to provide the cooperation. No summon has been given for further, and definitely, like, see, what has happened in Karur. All the people of Tamil Nadu and all over media, what happened in Tamil Nadu. All the MPs from Delhi, they came over, they investigated, they have published in the media what has happened in Tamil Nadu. And when last time the Home Minister was in Tamil Nadu, the state president of BJP party, state president Naina Nagaran, openly mentioned in the meeting, saying that Sendil Balaji, who is a sitting MLA of Karur, is the whole responsible for the death of the 41 people.
Okay, so that is the TVK trying to quell all suggestions that Vijay now is an accused in the case. And Anaga Keshav is joining us live from Chennai. There's been a lot of buzz, Anaga, that Vijay is now an accused, that he's going to be arrested in this particular case by the CBI. And the TVK now on a war footing is trying to ensure that these rumors, don't get spread.
Well, in fact, that's what CT Nirmal Kumar said. He was referring to the fact that there was a rumor from morning making rounds that Vijay is seen as an accused in this case. He says that, this is false. Even the CBI has not officially made him as an accused in this case. Even, when he was summoned in the past, and even today as well, he is there in his capacity as an eyewitness to what has happened. It's also quite unlikely that Vijay will be made an accused in this case, given the fact that there is elections coming up, and making Vijay as an accused will really pull in the sympathy card and thereby, butch up the election chances for both the parties at play, the BJP, ADMK and DMK as well. So that's the kind of fan frenzy that Vijay holds. Making him as an accused will really turn around the election landscape for Tamil Nadu. So that, at this moment as we speak, is quite unlikely. But today, Vijay was summoned in his capacity as a witness. Like CT Nirmal Kumar was mentioning, today was the last day of questioning for Vijay. He has not been given any more summons. It was a 7-hour-long questioning, same as last time. It was a day-long session of questioning. We believe that the interrogation part has now been wrapped up. Remember, this is a Supreme Court-monitored CBI probe. So once the CBI wraps up its investigation, it will be submitting its final report to the court, post which we'll really be able to find out who's responsible for the tragedy that happened.
Okay, so the investigation moving forward, for now, Munish telling us us that no, Vijay is not being treated as an accused. It's too early in the investigation for the CBI to go ahead and rule a certain person as an accused. They're going to look into all aspects of this particular case before deciding exactly who is to blame for the stampede in which over 40 lives were lost in Karur. Thanks very much, Munish. Thanks, Anaga, for getting us those updates. We will continue to track closely what happens. But for now, we can confirm for you that 2 rounds of questioning over. At this point, no more summons have been issued to Vijay. Unlikely that he will be called for a 3rd round. But we will track all the updates that come in. Let's move on to our other big story coming in from Tamil Nadu. It's election season in the state, so endless non-stop political headlines coming in. The AIADMK over the weekend released part 1 of its manifesto. And one promise in particular has triggered a sharp political clash with the DMK. The promise of monthly assistance of 2,000 rupees for women, in addition to the 1,000 that the DMK is giving. The AIADMK said we'll bump that up by 1,000 more, so in all 2,000 rupees. Now, there were immediately questions about who's copying whom of providing this kind of funding for women. The AIADMK maintains that the DMK stole their idea and rolled out a similar scheme when in power. We'll tell you all about that big political face-off first in this detailed report.
The AIADMK has released the first part of its manifesto, and its one promise has sparked a fresh clash with the DMK. The AIADMK has promised 1,000 rupees per month for women, accusing the ruling DMK of stealing its idea when it implemented a similar scheme in the state.
அதே வியூ வகுப்பாளர் 2021 அதிமுக வேலை செய்யும் பொழுது இந்த மகளிருக்கான 1000 ரூபாய் அப்படிங்கிறது அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தின் தேர்தல் அறிக்கையில் ஒரு பாயிண்டாக சேர்க்கப்பட இருந்த ஒன்று. ஆனால் முன்னாடியே வேகமாக அதை திருடி அறிவிச்சது தான் திமுக. இந்த 1000 ரூபாய் மகளிருக்கு என்பது திமுகவின் சிந்தனையில் உதித்தது அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கான ஆதாரத்தை பொதுவெளியில் வெளியிடுவதற்கு டிஆர்பி ராஜா தயாரா?
The DMK hit back, insisting its own scheme is the original.
எங்களுடைய முதலமைச்சர் தளபதி அவர்கள் மகளிர் உரிமை திட்டம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இட் இஸ் எம்பவரிங் உமன். நீங்க மறுபடியும் குலவிளக்கு அது இதுன்னு கொண்டு போய் இது பெண்களை எங்க கொண்டு போய் நிறுத்துது நீங்களே தெளிவா தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். யாருடைய வருவாயங்க? இல்ல யாருடைய வருவாயன்னு தெளிவா சொன்னாங்கன்னா பதில் சொல்ல முடியும். சரி.
The credit war has already escalated ahead of the assembly polls. One thing is clear, more SOPs are likely to be offered by the 3 contenders, DMK, AIADMK and TVK, as Tamil Nadu gets closer to elections. With Anaga Keshav and Apurva Jayachandran, Bureau Report, India Today.
And last week, I had spoken exclusively with the leader of opposition, the AIADMK chief, Edappadi Palaniswamy, where I had asked him also about the promises and the kind of schemes that have been brought in by the DMK, particularly for women. Listen in to what he'd said then.
My pen scheme irukku 1000 ரூபாய் பெண்களுக்கு இதெல்லாம் டிராவிடியன் மாடல்னு ஒரு ஃப்ரேஸ் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அது என்னது டிராவிடியன் மாடல் உங்களுக்கு?
ஏற்கனவே திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் தேர்தல் அறிக்கையில குறிப்பிட்டிருந்தாங்க. திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் தேர்தல் அறிக்கையில 1000 ரூபாய் கொடுக்கறாங்க. அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழக தேர்தல் அறிக்கையில 1500 ரூபாய் குடும்ப அட்டையில் இருக்கின்ற நம்முடைய குடும்ப தலைவர்களுக்கு மாதந்தோறும் 1000 ரூபாய் உதவித்தொகை கொடுக்கறோம். ஆனா அவர்களுக்கு அந்த வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்தாங்க ஆட்சிமைகள். ஆட்சிக்கு வந்த பிறகு உடனே கொடுக்கல. 28 மாதம் கழிச்சு அதிமுகவுடைய அழுத்தம் சட்டமன்றத்தில் தொடர்ந்து அழுத்தம் கொடுத்தோம். பிரதான எதிர்கட்சி முறையில ஊடகத்தின் வாயிலாக அழுத்தம் கொடுத்தோம். அதிமுக பொதுக்கூட்டத்தின் வாயிலாக அழுத்தம் கொடுத்தோம். பத்திரிகை வாயிலாக கொடுத்தோம். அறிக்கையின் வாயிலாக கொடுத்தோம். திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் கொடுக்கப்பட்ட வாக்குறுதி அடிப்படையில் ஒவ்வொரு குடும்ப தலைவிக்கும் மாதந்தோறும் 1000 ரூபாய் கொடுக்கறீங்க. அதை வைத்துத்தான் அந்த குடும்ப தலைவிகள் வாக்களித்து வாக்குகளை பெற்று ஆட்சிக்கு வந்த பிறகு அதை நிறைவேற்றப்படவில்லை அப்படின்னு கடுமையா அழுத்தம் கொடுத்ததுனால 28 மாதம் கழிச்சு தான் திரு ஸ்டாலின் மாதந்தோறும் 1000 ரூபாய் கொடுக்கிறாரு. அந்த குடும்ப தலைவருடைய கஷ்டத்தை பார்த்து கொடுக்கல, எங்களுடைய அழுத்தத்தின் மூலமாக தான் அவர் கொடுத்தாங்க.
இதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்து சார் டிராவிடியன் மாடல்னு சொல்றாங்க. என்ன நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க? இது டிராவிடியன் மாடல். அதிமுக கூட டிராவிடியன் பார்ட்டி தான். டிராவிடியன் கட்சி
இருக்குது. சட்டம் ஒழுங்கு சீர்குலைஞ்சு போச்சு. சந்தி சிரிக்குது. பெண்களுக்கு பாதுகாப்பு இல்ல. நம்முடைய வயது முதிர்ந்த பெண்களுக்கும் பாதுகாப்பு இல்ல. இன்றைக்கு மிக மோசமான ஆட்சி இந்தியாவில் இருக்குன்னா தமிழ்நாட்டில் தான். இதான் ரெவிடன் ஆட்சி.
அவங்க சொல்றாங்க ரொம்ப growth ஆயிருக்கு, எக்கானமி இவ்வளவு நல்லா பண்ணிட்டு.
நீங்க எல்லா தொலைக்காட்சியிலையும் காண்பிக்கிறீங்களா எவ்வளவு கொலை நடக்குது, எவ்வளவு கொள்ளை நடக்குது, முதியோருக்கு பாதுகாப்பு இல்லாதது, சிறுமிகளுக்கு பாதுகாப்பு கிடையாது. அண்மையில சமூகத்துறை அமைச்சர் ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியில கலந்து கொண்டு பேசிக்கிட்ட பொழுது 6999 போக்சோ வழக்குகள் பதிவு செய்யப்பட்டதா சொல்றாங்க. அப்படின்னா சிறுமிகள் எந்த அளவுக்கு பாதிக்கப்பட்டிருக்காங்க இந்த ஆட்சியில. இதான் ரெவின் மாடல்.
Okay, so you heard there from EPS. When I spoke to him last week, at this point, the AIADMK hadn't released phase 1 of their manifesto, but he continued to maintain that even the schemes that have been brought in for women by the DMK, it was pressure from the AIADMK that ensured that it was actually implemented on ground. But let's talk about this manifesto promise by the AIADMK. Joining me on this broadcast, we've got Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the AIADMK, Sumansi Raman, political analyst, and Salem Dhanidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Sumansi Raman, I'd like to begin with you first on your views of this promise that's been made by the AIADMK. Do you deem it a game changer, this reach out, outreach to women?
I don't think so, Akshita, because I think this kind of competitive populism is not healthy for the state. I have no problem with giving freebies in a particular targeted way. So, for instance, the laptop scheme is an excellent scheme. I have no problems with that. The cycle for school students, that is another excellent scheme. Even the free bus travel for women in some ways is a fairly good scheme. But this kind of cash distribution, and that also, I'm giving 1,000, so you will give 2,000. Now the DMK's manifesto is not out yet, so who knows, they may offer 3,000. See, look, you have to understand that this is being funded by borrowing. While it is nice to say that the state has got, among the other states in India, we are doing well, which is a fact. The fact is also that we have doubled our debt in the last 5 years. From 4.69 lakh crore, we are now above 10 lakh crore in debt, almost 11 lakh crore in debt. That is not even including the debt of the state-owned corporations like Electricity Board and the Transport Corporation. So there is a problem. So this money which we are distributing is being got by borrowing. For instance, now the newly announced modified pension scheme of the government. Now the initial outlay is 13,000 crore. Every year it will be starting from 12,000 crore. It will go up every year. So imagine we are burdening the exchequer, and already only 15% is going for infrastructure and for capital expenditure. Rest of it is going in paying salaries, pensions, interest, and freebies. That's about it. So I think there needs to be a serious rethink, but neither of the parties. See, I can understand why ADMK is doing it. Because DMK is doing it. Why is DMK doing it? Because ADMK is doing it.
No, it's competitive freebies. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
I refer to Tamil Nadu as the OG state of freebies. Are we taking it too far is the question, because we're seeing competitive cash outs now taking place. Dhanidharan, your opening comments on the AIADMK's promise. Is this worrying for the DMK? Are you going to make it 3,000 now from 2,000?
See, the manifesto committee will come up with their suggestion. So I don't want to speculate, but I will tell you this. This term freebie in itself is a misnomer. It is social welfare spending. I will tell you this. Tamil Nadu finances, are they doing bad or good? I will say it's good. For example, under AIADMK from 2016 to 21, Tamil Nadu's GSDP was 11 lakh crores in 2016 and became 17 lakh crores, which means a 52% rise from 16 to 21. After DMK came to power, the GDP, which started at 17 lakh crores, had now become 35 lakh crores, 2026 projected. 25 to 26, 35.5 lakh crores, which is about a 105% increase as per the data. The data is not going to lie. And again, the revenue to GDP has increased by 2 percentage points. What it does is that there is drastic increase in GSDP plus drastic increase in revenue. The revenue increase from AIADMK's time to now would be about 130% increase, which means the state has more money. So when you can't compare debt in absolute terms, debt to GDP, and not just debt to GDP, but also look at future growth potential. So many of the schemes like giving 1,000 rupees to government school girls joining colleges has nearly doubled the GER of government school girls going to college.
Some of your schemes, Dhanidharan, this is what we highlighted. Some of the schemes, great. What we're talking about is these cash handouts, irrespective. Cash handout to all women ration card holders, or for that matter, free transport for all, free transport for women. These are freebies.
I'm coming there. See, the point is, even if you give 1,000 rupees to poor women folk, they're going to spend that money immediately. It's not that they're going to put it in their pocket or destroy that money. So, which means there's a positive circulation in the economy. So, the multiplier effect for such spendings is about 3x. If you give 1 rupee to a poor person, which means the actual net effect on the economy is 3x, because he's going to go buy. Let's say they're going to go and buy from a department store, which means the store's revenue will increase and they will expand the store. This is basic economics.
No,
so
but what about the
effect
state's
of impact is very positive. But I will have to tell you this: AIADMK has made some ridiculous comments on the DMK. But I like to remind them, in 2019 itself, they stopped Thalapathy Thangam's scheme, they stopped Madam Jayalalitha's two-wheeler scheme, plus the laptops were stopped from 2019 itself, even because they couldn't pay the pension of the government staff. The retirement age increased from 58 to 59, 59 to 60. Only after DMK came to power, the pension was paid. It's a fact.
Kovai Satyan, your response.
No. Why did it happen? Is because growth reduced and revenue to GDP reduced after 2016, after Jayalalitha's demise.
Okay,
and Tamil Nadu was a revenue surplus state in 2011. By 2016, the revenue deficit was 7,000.
Okay, let me give Kovai Satyan a chance to respond to what you're saying.
Minus 60,000 crores.
I'll come back to you. Let Kovai Satyan respond first to the few points you've made.
No, I can't respond to fake data, fake narratives and nonsense statements of DMK. Let me say, even developed nations till now couldn't deliver a scheme called free laptops for their students. But we delivered. Our Amma and Edapadiya delivered. It's not 1 or 2 in numbers, it's 52 laptops in numbers. When we took over the government from DMK way back in 2011, the first 2 years there were no electricity for 15 to 18 hours in the state. The last 1.5 years went on Corona. So with the average borrowing of 37,000 crores per annum, we gave 52 lakh laptops. And with an average borrowing of lakh and 25,000 crore by this DMK government, it is still struggling to keep up this basic poll promise of rupees 1,000 for all women. After 28 months, after repeated pressure by our leader and through public rallies, finally they yielded just before the onset of Lok Sabha elections in 2024.
But have you copied
they removed a crore and 25 lakh women from the list. They started with 1 crore women. Now, after 55 months, suddenly 30 lakh women found the eligibility to get this 1,000 rupees. So for DMK, it is nothing but bribing the women voters for vote bank politics.
No, but then they
for us,
say
it
that
is
you're
more
doing the
towards
same
development.
thing by promising 2,000 rupees.
Let me tell you, ma'am. First example is I stated about the laptop. We gave 100 units of electricity free per household. This DMK stopped it. And there are schemes which AIADMK delivered, wherein while in the go, once we assume power in 2026, there are many possibilities for resuming and giving 20K. It's all about financial management. Unfortunately, DMK doesn't have the expertise or team to do a proper financial management and planning. All they are borrowing is to fill their pockets of individuals who are in the roles of ministers and
Answer my
MLAs.
question. You accused the DMK of bribing women voters. You have now doubled their amount, saying we'll give you 2,000 rupees.
No, they promised
that
1,000
then?
for all women. They promised 1,000 for all women. But what they ended up is treating women as vote bank politics, and they started this exercise by removing 1 crore and 25 lakh women, citing that they are not eligible. So what do you infer from this? After 55 months, women who were refused this 1,000 rupees suddenly became eligible. Then how do you want to term this then? Isn't it a blatant indication that this is intended to keep the women happy when the elections are round the corner?
No, but you're not answering my question, Kovai Satyan. Then 2,000 rupees is exactly that. If you're doubling the amount and offering the same thing to women in the state, then that's also the AIADMK's attempt at wooing women voters.
No, let me tell you, and this is not the first time AIADMK is releasing this. Even 2021 manifesto, we had 1,500. Considering the inflation, considering the expenditures, which is doubled in this DMK rule, and we have increased it to 2K. It is not after seeing how DMK is rolling out this. This is a poll promise, an extension of poll promises from our earlier manifesto.
Dharnidharan, go ahead.
My point is DMK treat this to bribe women is my allegation. The way they promised and what they delivered is different.
respond to your allegation then. Dharnidharan.
So when they speak about financial management, Akshita, I think you have all the data. The RBI publishes data each year. These are basic numbers that is very easy to find out. I'll be very happy if your channel can educate the viewers on what was the revenue deficit of Tamil Nadu in 2011, what was it in 2016, what was in 2019, and what it was in 21. In 2019, it was minus 44,000 crores. In 2011, it was revenue surplus by 500. This revenue deficit became minus 63,000 crores, which has been subsequently reduced by 30,000 crores, which means, and revenue to GDP also you can publish, which has also increased. The GDP increase has been 105% in 5 years, but ADMK's 5 years only 52%, which means GDP has increased doubled, and the revenue has increased by 30% than earlier, which means more expenditure, and the debt to GDP has reduced. So now this clearly shows who is who is good in financial management. A party that is only good in financial management can only deliver promises. It is also a fact that Kovai, one of my friend, avoided is that how they stopped the schemes of Jayalalitha Madam in from 2019, 2020, and how the retirement age of government employees were increased every year. So, which is a fact. These facts cannot lie. And
Okay,
how is it
Dr.
when
Sumansi
the
Raman,
same
go ahead.
scheme-
Ultimately, looking at what's happening over this. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Sumansi Raman.
No, I'm really confused here. The state is doing fabulously well, it seems, on the economic front. Today, contractors from the Greater Chennai Corporation, who have arrears of 770 crores.
Yeah.
Court has given order saying that the money must be paid. There is no money to pay. Transport Corporation workers had to go to court. After the court threatened to call the chief secretary, after that the arrears were paid in August last year. So I think there is a serious disconnect between what is being projected and what is the reality on the ground. Now, this is not me saying so. This is an article in the paper today which says 770 crores. And many works are coming to a halt because contractors are saying we cannot
you want to respond to that?
payment.
See, each corporation is individually funded most often, right? Salem Corporation, for example, is individually funded. So are the other. There are autonomous bodies until and unless there is a specific state government scheme or union
Who is
state
running
scheme
the corporation?
directly funded, right? So there are some individual issues. That doesn't mean the state's finances are bad. That is something you have to make it very
No, but
clear.
where does the money come from? That it comes from state finances.
No, money, individual corporations get money individually through property tax and through other means, right? Only when it comes to individual state level projects or individual union state projects, then the money comes to a different exchequer.
I have to wrap this up. My apologies. We're getting a big news break that's coming in, but I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Let's cut across to the news break now. Nitin Nabin has been declared as the new BJP president. Nadda's successor is Nitin Nabin. 37 nomination papers have been filed in his favor through the day. The process has continued, but the big breaking news that's coming in right now is that the decks have been cleared for Nitin Nabin to be the next BJP president. Essentially, he's been declared as a new BJP president. How has that been done? Because he's had 37 nomination papers filed in his favor. No one else has also come up to say that, I want to be the BJP president. So clearly unopposed, it's Nitin Nabin who is all set to take over tomorrow in a grand ceremony. He will be officially named as the BJP president. I'll bring in Aishwarya Paliwal for more details on this. Aishwarya, the process has been complete. The last 1 hour was the time when any candidate can go ahead and withdraw his nomination. With Nitin Nabin not doing that, it's clear he is the next BJP president.
Right, Akshita, we did see how the entire day today was abuzz in the BJP headquarters. There were 27 sets of nomination papers that were being filed, Akshita, and all of them were in favor of Nitin Nabin for the post of the national. For the post, the scrutiny of the papers, Akshita, is now over, and now Dr. K. Lakshman, who's the national returning officer, he's the one who was looking at this. He's now come out and given a statement, and he said that with this, the announcement has been made that there was only one name. That name was Nitin Nabin. And with this, what has been proposed is that he now steps on and becomes the national president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Akshita, you rightly pointed out, we will see celebrations taking place tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi will also be coming at the BJP headquarters. The BJP, Akshita, believes that this is signaling of the new chapter that will now begin in BJP's history.
Truly a new chapter, what everyone's been referring to also as a generational shift, because you've got essentially Nitin Nabin, much younger than his predecessors, taking over now as the BJP president. As expected, elected unopposed. You only had, in fact, him being proposed, the sole name being proposed for the post of the national president of the BJP. So in the Congress, if you had all of that drama playing out of Mallikarjun Kharge versus Shashi Tharoor, none of that in the BJP. Very clearly, the leadership, the high command was behind Nitin Nabin, and he is the one who is all set to take over as the BJP president. Maria Shakil is joining us live from the newsroom with more details on this. Maria, decks cleared as expected, completely smooth process. Tomorrow there's going to be a grand ceremony.
Yes, it will be a big ceremony which will be attended by the Prime Minister, and the formal, takeover of Nitin Nabin will be happening tomorrow. Of course, today was the day of nominations. Through the day, what we saw was that party leaders from across India, from alphabet A, which starts with Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, to Z and West Bengal being the last state. All these states came in various groups, and then they were seen as, giving their approval for the candidature of Nitin Nabin. He's 45 years old, has been an MLA from Bihar for a good 5 terms. So clearly, it's a beginning of a new era in the BJP. We have seen this generational shift which is happening today, Akshita, and becomes important because the BJP is sending a message to other political parties that here is the party which was founded in 1980, has ensured that there is a total generational shift, beginning of a new era in a political party. What about you? It's a challenge which is going to say perhaps the Congress party, the grand old party of India, which has its party president in his late 70s. So the message is loud and clear. Nitin Nabin's era in the BJP has now truly begun.
Okay, so tomorrow is when, in the presence of Prime Minister Modi, officially Nitin Nabin takes over as the BJP president. But it's all cleared. The process that's followed within the BJP and enshrined in the BJP's constitution has been followed, and based on that, unopposed, Nitin Nabin has been chosen as the BJP president. Thanks very much, Maria, for joining us with all of those details. Only one nomination for BJP's top post. As expected, the High Command say is the final say in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay, let's cut across to more breaking news coming in from Karnataka. Shocking images and videos that came in of Karnataka top cop of a DJP rank officer, Ramachandra Rao, seen in these videos in his office in extremely compromising positions with women, and now under fire. The DGP has met with the Karnataka Home Minister. He's claimed that these sex tapes are fabricated. Those pictures are on your screens. The videos are with us, but we've chosen not to air it, keeping in mind the compromising position that he's been found in. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah right now has ordered a probe into this particular case. At this point, there's been no action against the DGP. In all likelihood, process will be followed where there will be an investigation, after which action could be taken. But listen in to what the top cop in question here had to say about these videos.
ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೇನು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹಳೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದು ಹಳೇದಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಅದು 8 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಲ್ಗಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ.
ಮುಜುಗರ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ತಂದಿದೆ, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮುಜುಗರ ಆಗಿದೆ ಈ ಸರ್. ಇದು ಏನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಈ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ?
ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ವೊಕೇಟ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಇದು ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಶಾಕಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಕೇಟೆಡ್, ಸುಳ್ಳು ಇದು. ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುಳಿವೇನಾದ್ರು ಇತ್ತ ಸರ್
ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೇನು ಐಡಿಯಾ
ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಇದು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತೀರಾ? ತನಿಖೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಏನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ?
ಏನು ಈ ಥರ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಹಬ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಅದು
ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ನನಗೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಶಿಸ್ತು ಕ್ರಮ ಜರುಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಎತ್ತರದ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾನೂನಿಗಿಂತ ಯಾರು ದೊಡ್ಡವರು, ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋತೀವಿ.
Okay, so that is the controversy surrounding a DGP rank officer. We'll track that story very closely to see what kind of action is really taken against him. He maintains that the footage that's being circulated right now is morphed. We're slipping into a short break. Coming up on the other side is a Tamil Nadu ground report by Pramod Madhav, our election Basha.
Slim like a whisper, sharp in the hand, never unplanned.
Motorola Edge 70, impossibly thin.
Artificial intelligence is accelerating. Are we ready for what comes next? From how we work to how we can make decisions, AI is rewriting everyday life. This week, India Today brings you the new AI frontiers, with leading experts exploring how technology will transform our lives in 2026. Read it in the latest issue of India Today. Making Sense of India. Now available for speed delivery on Amazon and Blinkit. Subscribe now. Log on to subscriptions.intoday.in.